Happy Self-Love Sunday. I am Tarnisha Mosash, your host of Self-Love Sundays with Sass. I am your vision strategist coach where we come every single Sunday to talk about all the ways in which we can better our best. Now listen, we're going to jump right into it because everybody loves the idea of breakthrough. Everybody loves the sound of next level, right? But the truth is, this is a season where God is separating the ones who are ready to build from the ones who are just waiting to be blessed. This is the season where He is separating those who are ready, got the call and I'm ready to build versus the ones just sitting around waiting to be blessed. It's easy to clap for a future you're not building. It's easy to post about a destiny that you're not preparing for. But this is a season of action. Builders move, bystanders watch. A lot of times we hear, I'm waiting on the Lord. 9 times out of 10, He's waiting on you. And I know we've heard that before, and it seems rather cliche, but it's the truth. How many of us are sitting around waiting for a word from the Lord versus moving in action? How many of you are building? How many of you are working towards the very things you're waiting to be blessed? Faith without works is dead. And you've also heard me say that works without faith is dead. And I know people want to come in my comments and say that, what Jesus said from the Bible. I get that. What I'm saying to you, though, even if you're the person who is building, or start to build, but don't really have faith in that thing, it's not going to work. So you can come and correct me all you want, but this is the truth. Yes, faith without works is dead. This is what we're talking about today. But I also want to talk to my people who are out here, taking a little baby step, and then when they don't see that they don't think that it's working because they can't see it, then we're quitting. You have to have faith in your works as well. Okay, you have to believe. And I know we talked about it last Sunday, and I know we keep talking about this thing, and I'm really going to let it go. But I want to tell you the revelation that I got from Shador Sanders in the whole draft. I'm not pretending that I know him, but I'm talking about from what I saw. What I saw was the most beautiful thing and play out in real life, and this is something that I aspire to do if I'm keeping it real with you, which is when he didn't listen, he had a whole big party set out at his house because he just knew he was going to go in the first round of the draft. He had the party, he had the girls, he had the guys, he had all the stuff set up all over the place, right? And because he had faith, he believed that he had put in the work so that he could be chosen first. What happens to you when you put in work and it doesn't pan out to the expectation that you have? Let me tell you, this young man taught me how to be in the wait. Even when it didn't look the way he thought. He had the party, everybody was there. Do you know how I couldn't imagine, having to stand up in front of my family and friends when it didn't happen. You got this big extravagant thing. He had buses with his name on it, everything. But it wasn't the time. But he didn't quit. He didn't mope on television. He didn't lean onto his own understanding. What he said was, I understand that it's God's perfect timing. That is a lesson within itself. And again, within that, does it mean that he stopped working? No. Builders move, bystanders watch. He got up, he kept going, he kept throwing his football, he's ready. So I just want you guys to see that, because God is no longer matching your dreams. He's matching your decisions. You have to move. And I don't even want to say no longer. It's not that he doesn't want to give you the desires of your heart, but do you really want it? And I'm not saying move before God tells you to move. What I'm saying to you is most times he wants to see you move, and within that movement, he starts to bless that thing. Okay? So there's a difference between builders and bystanders. Builders move even when it's messy. I really don't know what to do. I'm going to start my YouTube channel anyway. I really don't know what to do, but I'm going to pick up the camera and I'm going to start speaking to social media anyway. I really don't know what to do, but I'm going to start this business anyway. Builders build even when it's quiet. Lord, I haven't heard from you. I'm really not sure, but I'm going to continue to build. And listen, I'll give you a prime example. Even with me showing up here every Sunday doing this, right? It feels quiet. It feels quiet to me. It feels quiet in my business, but I'm still continuing to build. Why? I have faith and I know that one move of God can change everything. But if I'm just laying around waiting on him versus doing something, that's a difference, right? Builders understand that faith without follow through, listen, faith without follow through is dead. You better talk about it. Faith without follow, are you following through? Well, what you said you want, there's so many people out here, and I come across them as a coach all the time that will say, they'll like, oh, I want to change, I want to do this, I want to do that. Cool, let's go. I got you. I have an accountability community. Show up there. Let's work, right? They won't show up. B, all they do is talk about it. They don't move. And the reason is, something I want to say to my coaches out there, that has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the fact that they don't really have belief in themselves. So I can't trust another person to help me walk across this bridge because I don't really believe. I don't really believe. When I don't have faith and belief in something, let me tell you something right now. I don't invest in it. And here's the thing, the faith and belief in the investment I'm talking about is within myself. When you go out here and you start investing, because I've been doing coaching for a while. I also have been investing in my coaching for a while. You're not investing in the person, you're investing in your growth. Real talk, people go to therapy for years. Sometimes they go to a coach, and I'm being one of them. And I had some people even come. I have a client that said that to me. Like, you break down barriers that I've been in therapy working through for years. Now, here's the thing, I want to give a disclaimer. I'm not saying I'm better than no therapist or anything like that. Let's just be clear. And therapy is a real thing and a real tool, and I have a therapist. What I'm saying is, though, there are some things that you can just, when somebody has already walked through that, they can help you shift quicker. I've walked through many things. That's why my book, I have Find Your Way, 7 Ways to Love and Heal Yourself. I had to learn some very tough lessons in that. How did I get there? I started asking myself some very powerful questions. That's why I built, my journal deck. Questions are the answer. Because the truth of the matter is, you got to ask yourself some very powerful questions and get real with yourself. Get real with yourself today. Are you just sitting around waiting and hoping and wishing? You got to move. Waiting on a sign is not strategy. Okay. Movement is the sign. Movement. What is your inner man speaking to you about? How is he telling you to move? Where is he telling you to go? A lot of times too, I used to get these urges and inklings to go to certain conferences or to show up in certain places. And I've done that, and it has changed my life. I will never forget the first time energetically. I feel like energetically you open up and then you start to see certain people and they'll come across your timelines, and it's like, oh, I'm ready for this now. I can take this in. And that's how I felt about Eric Thomas, right? E.T. the hip hop preacher for some of you. When he first came across, I was like, man, I was intrigued. And I got the inkling to go to his program. Best decision I could have ever made for myself. Best decision, best investment. Because not only did it shift so many things in my life, I met the most beautiful people who still today, we are growing together. We meet every single Thursday morning and we talk about what's happening in our week. We encourage each other. We pick each other up. We not gossiping. We have fun together. These are the very five people, I'm sorry, that kept me going. And if you've been here with me for a while, I lost my cousin in the beginning of the year, and it really rocked our family truly, truly hard. She was beautiful, 36, too young to leave this earth from a heart attack, which no one saw coming. And this is not a person who was a drug addict or any of those things. Okay, relatively healthy. She was small, because I know people always say, "Oh, is she big?" No, she was like literally 150 pounds. Okay, and she was what, 5'4", 5'3", 5'4". So yeah, it rocked our worlds. And so community also in this, because again, sometimes that waiting on a sign, when I say it's not strategy, you sometimes you do that because you don't know what to do. And that's because you don't have good people to talk to help you to move, to help you to get clear. Another thing that I do to help myself get clear is, even right now today, as I make this video, I'm at Cry Out Conference in Houston, Texas. But prior to that, I fasted. Just liquids only, 3 days wide. Just me and the Lord, no social media. Just listening, moving in action, not sitting around waiting for a sign. And here's the other thing too. Here's a challenge and a question for you. If I looked at your calendar, right, your habits, your investments, where you place your energy, okay, would I see a builder or a bystander? If I looked at your social media hours, would I see a builder or a bystander? See, everything that you believe in shows up in your checkbook, shows up in what you invest your time in, shows up in your habits. Are you taking care of your body? Are you taking care of your mind? Are you moving your body every single day? If you're just busy being busy, and please, you know what? I always tell people, I'm not the one to come to with all these reasonings. And I realize some people don't even think they're excuses. All these reasonings. I was a mom who had at the time 4 kids living in the house, work full time, taught at the gym because that was my passion. Before I was in coaching and speaking, I was a fitness instructor. So I taught at the gym, right? I had a daughter who was a travel cheerleader, another one travel softball, and then my son played baseball. I did all of that and still was able to build in my fitness business. Like sometimes it's like, oh no, you're just busy being busy. You're running around, being there for everyone else and neglecting you and then calling that care. It's not. Okay. And here's my questions for you. Are you talking about what you're building or actually building it? So many people are, I'm telling you, they talk a good game. What are you doing? Are you praying for clarity or are you procrastinating on commitment? Mm. Are you praying for clarity or are you procrastinating on commitment? Are you preparing for your next level or postponing it with perfectionism? That's one that plagues a lot of people. Are you preparing for your next level or postponing it with perfectionism? That's a great question because so many people are not in movement because they think it needs to be perfect. It doesn't. Come here, be messy. If people only knew, I don't even do all the crazy editing because I don't really understand it that well right now with YouTube. No, I just show up. What happens, happens. But I'm not trying to do this perfectly. What I want to do is show up authentically. Okay? The only thing separating the life you envision and the life you experience is movement. The only thing that separates the life that you envision versus the life you're experiencing is movement. You gotta start moving and stop waiting for people. No one's gonna come and give it to you. You gotta go out here and get it. And I'm not talking from a hustle and grind place because I don't hustle and grind. I move in peace now, which stops me from being in pieces. I move in peace now, which stops me from moving in pieces, y'all. And so this week, I want you to choose one bold move that you've been delaying and just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be planted. Just plant that seed. And then you water it and you watch it grow. And here's the thing I'm going to tell you, because I talked about this, I think 2 Sundays ago. You can't see when it's growing underground. You have to trust that it is. So I'm going to tell you this is every time I see you that you're not too late. I'm talking to my 40 and up people. You're not too late. I'm talking to you're not broken. I'm so you're not broke. Hear me. You are not broken. You are not broken. If you feel that you are, just know that you're not broken. Know that you could get to take the time to heal and love yourself. And here's the thing, even by doing that, it takes movement. Okay? And you're not behind for my kids coming out of school. No, it's for those of you who didn't go to college right away. You can choose to do something very different. Okay? And here's the thing, you're actually being called to build differently in this season. What you did 2 seasons ago doesn't feel right and it doesn't sit well with you because it doesn't belong in this season. You have to shift it differently. You know, you have to start doing this from a place of love. If you do it out of a place of obligation, if you do it out of a place of guilt, if you do it out of a place of shame, if you do it out of a place of I'm gonna beat myself up until I do it, that only works but for so long. Ask me how I know. I did it. I competed in powerlifting. I'm not talking about 20 years ago, 7. Okay? Competed in power. I was like, and I won. I did not lose. Okay? I like I that during that time, everything was like rah, 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 push, 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 grind, grind, grind. That is not working in this season. Now, and I'm back in the gym like crazy. That's not working this season. because it can't. It's not meant to sustain. The only thing that sustains us is love. Take that, okay? This time, you're not building from survival and emotional all over the place, emotional upheaval. You're not building from triggers. Oh, they said this. Let me show them better, and I can tell them. Forget all that. You're building from strategy. You're building from your spirit, from a place of knowing that just as you were designed to win. You are designed to win. So, I'm not waiting for a breakthrough anymore. You are the breakthrough. How about that? And builders don't need approval to move. Do you like? We don't need approval. Like listen, builders move because it's time. We know and we just go. Real talk. Stop waiting for permission. And if you need a permission, let this video be your permission. Let this be your permission to start moving in that thing. Know that it's going to be underground for a while. And listen, the move of God, we don't even know. But when we have faith into that thing, he could touch it at any time. So if you know you're called to be a builder in this season, please like this video, share it with someone who's ready to stop waiting, and subscribe, because we're not just dreaming over here. We are building a life we're designed to live so that we can start loving the life that we have, just as we are, just as you are. Doesn't mean we won't grow, but you got to start loving yourself just as you are so that you can. And I love you for listening today. I hope you have the most amazing, amazing Sunday, and we will talk again next week. Bye now.